Festival of the Himalayas.
Like I said, it's about exposing Nepal to the world. We've always been known as the land of the Himalayas. We have magnificent shot.
Smashed away. That's going to go all the way for a Siddhartha bank 6. I'm not sure whether Brandon McMullen's going to allow us to have too much of a chat here, Paris, because he is lighting up this tournament just like Dipender Singh Airi did a couple of days ago.
The Royals have actually made a statement loud and clear into the third innings of their journey in this tournament. It's a team that has potential match winners. It's just been a great show so far.
Yeah, it really, really has. And you can see there, just dragged down a touch by Levitt and hammered away into the deep. McMullen, I think he gave away a big score the other day. And he's going to get to 50 in the easiest of manners from just 31 deliveries. 3 4s, 4 6s. Don't be surprised. I don't want to speak too soon. We haven't seen a century yet in this competition. If McMullen's still there in the 20th, I think that streak will be broken. He's batting on another planet. Yeah, the Royals have been outstanding. Take us back to the start of this league. How did it all come together?
We put in a lot of effort in getting the right ownership in place. So we're very grateful to them. We're backed by some very strong business communities, representations, and most importantly, from the National Sports Council to the government of Nepal, everyone's been extremely supportive of what the concept's been. We've had Premier Leagues before, but why is this different? Cricket Association of Nepal has taken the initiative. When we announced the fact that it's going to be live on international TV and we're getting in some of the best event management companies who've been part of the cricket industry, the hype around the event went berserk. And right now, when you look at it, we just feel that this is the beginning of something really great in the making.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Right now, this man's playing a really great innings. 11 bowled, 99 for 1.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha, your way of quality living.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Himstar for a complete home.
आजका मोडर्न गर्लको कन्फिडेन्टको एउटा आधार सफ्टी स्यानिटरी न्यापकिन्स विङ्स टु फ्लाइ हाई मिल्दोजुल्दो नामसँग नझुकिनुहोला पातको चिन्ह भएको सफ्टी नै रोज्नुहोला
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
For this initial edition, how did you go about picking them? It looks like you've strategically done it from west to east.
The demand was such that we had to actually have teams bid for ownership of teams. Eventually, everybody came in with the price and name of the city that they wanted to, and the highest bidder got hold of the city that they wanted. And even for the marquee players, because some of our cricketers are in such high demand, we wanted to make sure that the players were distributed evenly. Luckily, for example, Rohit Paudel, who's the current national captain, went to his own province, and the Royals have Dipender Singh Airi. And it just, I mean, there are things they say which are written in the stars. When you had good intentions of getting the league in place, some of the franchises have been represented by local marquee players. But the most important factor here would probably be the owners, because when we sat down with them and told them that this is an investment that they'll have to make for 3 to 4 years, and only then after would they get in the benefits out of it, they closed their eyes and they said, Nepal cricket has taken us to where no one's ever thought of. It's about time we invest into the growth of this game, and that's where we are.
Just shy of the man at backward square. You've spoken a lot about the owners there and the 8 teams that spread from west to east, but it hasn't just been the cricket that's been the standout thing about this inaugural edition. The fans, midweek, early morning, I have been absolutely staggered. I was expecting good crowds. They've been simply exceptional. They really have.
One of the key factors could also be with a bit of improvement in the infrastructure. We put in a lot of effort to get the outfield sorted. There have been owner lounges that have been set up in place. We have VIP stands now. There are public bathrooms and all. So these are small changes which at our end, which is possible. From a larger perspective, I feel the government of Nepal right now is planning to make this ground into a proper cricketing venue, and all of the back-end work's been done. Hopefully, next year, we'll see something bigger.
pumped down the ground. I want to show you something. You talk about all the developments in this competition. I think this is the best broadcast I've ever seen. That's from the umpire cam. Never seen that before here in Nepal.
What I have seen is a couple of hits go right past their ears, and thankfully none of them have been hurt, so we'll take that anytime. Fantastic.
Down the ground, man out there held. Oh, McMullen gets to 50 and he's given it away. The change in bowling, getting Erasmus into the attack was the right one. Look at him, he's absolutely furious, McMullen, and rightly so. He was doing it so easily, striking up at 150, but he simply picked out long on. It's the 24-yard delivery that's done for him.
When you see an off-spinner bowling at you as a right-hand batter who's
McMullen has to go for 53. It's the end of the 12th, 103 for 2.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ, your way of quality living.
Himstar for a complete home.
Martin Guptill yesterday. The big roar when we were off on ad break there was for this man, Dipender Singh Ari, coming to the crease. The importance of this broadcast being as innovative as it has been, the best in Nepali cricket history, but probably most crucially live on Star Sports. How did that come about? How important is that?
Well, we got TCM involved in all of the processes because they've been handling a lot of cricket in relationship with Star. And once we got hold of them, they put in a plan as to how we want to get hold of them. And the most important factor here is that Nepal cricket is now visible to everybody in the world. For our international cricketers who played World Cups, Asia Cups, the world has seen a bit of them. But for around 80, 90, that looks very, very close.
It's going to be gone. And Shahab Alam strikes. It's 2-2 balls. There's almost a silence across the ground. The first one went to Erasmus. This one goes to Shahab Alam. The game is turning. Classic cricket here in Nepal, never short of drama.
Piston line, I think that would have hit middle for sure. It's always not too great to go across the line, especially
Binod Bandari has to take the long walk off. It's 2-2, 2 new men on the crease. Neither have faced a delivery, and here comes, well, something of a pantomime villain, as he's known locally, Rohan Mustafa. I think he's loved and hated in equal measure by some of the fans, but he will play up to the crowd. The left-handed batter from the UAE comes to the crease.
Rohan was one of the last picks for this team, and because he's come to Nepal for such a long period of time and I've played plenty of years with him, I actually asked him, are you coming here for TikTok challenges or are you actually coming to play cricket? Rohan was like, I'll just do my videos and get away with it.
Some of the memes that we've seen with this man are quite something. If he gets wickets, wait for his wicket celebrations later. Good running. Irie is quicker than anyone. He's always getting back for 2. So too does Mustafa. We were just talking about the Star Sports aspect as Mustafa smiles.
You know why he's smiling? He's going to be at the Masur room in the evening because I have never seen Rohan run as fast as he did just now, because the guy on the other end, it's Dipender Singh Ari. He is lightning, so the press is on.
Yes, so energetic, so brilliant to watch. The Tiger at the non-striker's end. Beats the outside edge. Going back to Star Sports, has there been feedback from India, people tuning in, loving the action of domestic cricket here in Nepal?
It's just been great, the response from everybody who's been part of the whole experience. The broadcast quality has been amazing to the production team and everybody involved. When you see cricket from outside, you see a live cricket match, it looks great on TV, but the amount of effort that it actually takes to get this up and running, we are very, very, very grateful. It's day 5, everything's falling in place. The broadcast has been amazing. The crowd support has been fantastic. We've received an overwhelming response from all over the world, and hopefully we'll take this into another level. Come next year, if we can set up floodlights in one of our grounds, there'll be no stopping Nepal cricket from there onwards.
Final ball of the 13th. They're going to dash a quick single. Irie will always get home. End of the 13th. It's 107 for 3. Going to keep you with us through the break here, Air Paris. I noticed you said 2 things there. One, grounds.
Banking sector ma पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स यसमा पोइन्ट छ सिद्धार्थ बैंक सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई
तर यो सिद्धि दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले सिद्धि दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobsle बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है
And it'll also depend on what can puts it at our end as to what kind of plans we want to give it to our respective bodies. Cut away fight, Dipendra Singh Irie.
Should get back for 2 easily. In fact, he jogs the 2. This is kind of the spiritual home of the game here in terms of the international game. We've seen some internationals at the MCG, but so much of the cricket, that's the Mulpani cricket ground for those wondering.
This is the home of Nepal cricket.
Absolutely. But what about other areas like Biratnagar, like the Terai region where there's so much cricket? Maybe not in season 2, but in years to come, do you see the NPL expanding outside of just the Kathmandu Valley?
We've had discussions with our team owners, just explaining of them of the fact that there's a ground being constructed in Chitwan right now. There are proper cricket grounds in Pokhara as well as Bhairava. Over the last 4-5 years, I feel with the kind of hype and the kind of enthusiasm that we've seen with the Nepal Premier League, people have actually lined up just to get inside the stadium, as well as in terms of sponsorships to team ownership, which means that finally Nepal cricket has now managed to touch the grassroots of investments. Hopefully we can streamline these investments, get our proper cricketing structure in place, and come 4-5 years
get back for 2. I think he's dropped it onto the stumps here. Should be fine. We won't go upstairs. Yeah, you mentioned all those teams, and so many of them are doing great initiatives. I think, is it the Chitwan team putting on a bus in the morning to come up to Kathmandu and come back? We've seen other teams with community and social responsibility initiatives. We've also seen the talent hunts too. And a young 16-year-old left-arm spinner yesterday be picked through the talent hunt, play in the second game for the team, and take 1 for 18. Remarkable.
There's talent in this country for sure. It's just about identifying that talent, and the Siddharth Bank Nepal Premier League is exactly that. Identifying talent, creating that platform, and hopefully in the next couple of years we will have some of the best cricketers who go on to play for Nepal come through our league.
Yeah, you can think about the impact that this league's going to have in years to come. As Irie works it into the leg side. Just going to be a single this time. He'll keep the strike. Gets us to the end of the 14th. It's 112 for 3.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
सिटिजन लाइफको क्रिटिकल केयर प्रस लिएको छु जसले रोग लागेको थाहा हुने बित्तिकै 50 लाख सम्मको औषधि उपचार खर्च दिन्छ.
त्यो उपचार खर्च अब सिटिजन लाइफले गर्छ.
Paris Kadka alongside me, the former national captain and current secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal. Bipin Sharma was that youngster, the 16-year-old left-arm spinner who impressed us so much from the Karnali Yaks. What about, I suppose, the impact of this league upon the future of cricket in Nepal, not just from a men's perspective? We've seen the women's under-19s team qualify for the under-19 girls T20 World Cup. They'll go there next year. As Irie goes down the ground, couple of bounces, we'll get 4. That's an Encel Super 4 powered by Encel 4G. This is going to leave a legacy, isn't it? And the impact on the men's national team, women's national team, and much further than that.
When we were doing a lot of events leading up to the Sudurpaschim Nepal Premier League, our women cricketers kept asking me, like, when is a league like this going to happen for all of us? And you just see the fact that Nepal is co-hosting the Women's Under-19 World Cup in 2027. Our young team has just made it to the World Cup. Our women's team played the Asia Cup. So there's a bit of recognition from all perspectives where our national teams and our junior cricketers are doing well. What's next? Qualifying for the T20 World Cup next year becomes absolutely critical for us. A 50-year World Cup is due. Nepal cricket hopefully will make into that level as well pretty soon. And from the overall cricketing perspective, what I feel is that this league in particular will now ignite everybody who's part of the cricket fraternity.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Continued passion. Certainly, you think of what a great year it's been for Nepal in the T20 format, so nearly historic wins at the T20 World Cup in St. Vincent, the closest of margins against South Africa and indeed Bangladesh. A few struggles in ODI cricket though, and that's what's going to make 2025 all the more important for the national side.
Nothing's been easy for Nepal cricket, ever. I've lived through it as a cricketer. We know what happened in the 2 ODI cycles that we've gone through. So I feel the team's going to make a comeback. It's a young team that has potential, and most importantly, there's belief in this team. And once we back them up with strategy, hopefully we'll be able to make it to the top 4 come the end of the CWC cycle.
Couldn't agree more. It's a very competitive league now, that ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2. Paras Dai, I want to sincerely thank you, Dandavad, for all your work, and this is quite something you've put on. May you have continued success in your role.
Thank you, Andrew. Welcome to Nepal cricket.
Yet again, cannot love it anymore. It's such a special place. That's Paras Kadka, Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, telling us all about this inaugural NPL. 15 bowled, 5 to go. It's 121 for 3.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Himstar for a complete